30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
Off the limb. It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Columbia, this is Houston, AOS, over. Houston, Columbia, Highgate, over.
Oh yes, got my buttons. Oh yes, makes me happy. Oh yes, time to build. Oh yes, make a mini Drak. Oh yes, thanks for tuning in. Oh yes. Anyways, if you can't tell, I'm getting warmed up. I don't know why it says part 3. I need to change that real quick. So let me do that while I'm still getting ready. So as you can tell, I'm getting ready. Just trying to make sure I've got all the prep stuff done, so I'm not running around. The one thing I will have to do. Remember, I keep these shows for an hour, so that's all it's going to be. I'm going to give you the nitty-gritty, stuff that I think you need to know. The rest of you can figure it out on your own. I mean, it's not rocket science. But either way, we only keep it to an hour. We'll do one break at the bottom of the hour because we need a little to get regrouped. So just the norm. We're getting close to the end. I mean, we're not too much more to go, but these are important steps that I want to cover, and hopefully it helps somebody out. So give me a minute or two to kick on the timer, okay? I need to fix a couple things. As soon as you see me fix that image that says part 3 to part 4, that means I'm about ready to hit that timer. It means we're about ready to get started. So do me a favor, if you've never subscribed to this channel, please do so. I try to put out some good flight footage and some build series and a whole bunch of other stuff. So if you like what you see, become a subscriber, hit the notification button, and get notified when I post some good stuff. Nothing coming too soon because the weather's kind of crappy. The wind conditions here on the East Coast are pretty bad, so due to all the tropical storms. So either way, better time to build than now. Can't fly? Let's build. All right, let me go ahead and get this stuff started, and I'll be right back. Hey, that looks better. Let's figure this shit out. A one-man operation, Lou. Stop yelling at me. Okay, sounds good. Time's now. All right, let me go hit that timer, otherwise I'll never get started. It's just the way I am. I'm gonna force myself. We're gonna watch this shitty video again, right? We're not. Hey, check it out. I'm not trying to shamelessly plug. If there's anything that's gone on this channel when I do these live streams or even the show, and I never really promote my videos, so maybe sometimes, once in a great blue moon, but not on the regular. But if this video that we have made, that we run all the time during commercials and intros, starts skipping again, I am going to run another video of mine, just because it's mine, and I know which one I can grab that's about that long. So, makes sense? All right, let's give it a shot. Timer starts now.
So you think you could tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a dream feel on a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade? Did you exchange? Walk on hard in the
can do it. Swear to God I can. I promise. Kind of know what I'm doing here. I love my music. I know I erased something. I know I did. But I got my buttons. Got to get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's the show. Amen to that. It's Sunday, fun day. I think I had my dum-dums. What did I erase? I know I erased something. There's crowds in the wrong place. Hey, but they work. Hey, I'm glad you all tuned in. So here we are. What are we? Part 4? Part 4. My soda here. And we're building the RiteWing Mini Drak. So this has been no lights, no nothing, maybe a little bit of buttons. But that's for the show. So when we do the show, it's a different kind of shoving. But when we do these, it's the pilot shoving. I'm trying to help you out best I can. I'm not a master builder by any means, but I've been doing this for quite a while. So there's some things that I do, and they work. You know, I always say my motto is proof's in the pudding. So talk's cheap, show me. That's all you got to do. Show me and I'll shut. But until then, if I can show you, well, there you go. So these are the ways, these are the tips that I can give if you're getting Mini Drak. Maybe some of these apply to a wing. They can, some very basic stuff. And there you go. So there's 4 parts we're at right now. Maybe there'll be one more, possibly. So looks like it's going to be a 5-part series. I'm running out of room trying to do all this. And, you know, I got a whole place in the back to build. But I'm building here this little square footage that I've got in front of my computer. But, hey, it's all right. A little laughter, a little splash. No Big Lou's watching. What's up, Big Lou? I know Tanner's watching. So I'll give those fellow pilots a hand. Great guys. Wonderful, wonderful guys. So if you ever get a chance to meet them at an event, make sure you do. Tanner's been around for quite a while. And he's been on the show. And he's called in from time to time. But anyways, and he's helped me out a lot. So a lot of my wins or help due in part to him. So being my pit crew. All right, so today let's do a little recap. Where are we at? So yesterday we did painting, and the day before that we did sparring. So I taught you how to spar and the right way to spar, at least the thin ones. Okay, we talked about the outer sleeve one. That might be a little different, but these right here, and that same application applies to any RiteWing. So any RiteWing you're going to use these. Do what I showed you earlier. It works. Hey, look who's here. It's Marty. We're going to break out the jackets. Say hello to everybody, Marty. You're live.
It's that time of the year, man.
Why? What do you mean? Oh, yeah. It's hoodie season. Yeah. That's what I love. It's hoodie season. And I found my favorite hoodie of all time. So, yeah. This one's old. Old. Doesn't look old because it sat around lost for like 8 years. So, oh well. It happens.
Have you retired the orange one?
No. Nope. Nope. Orange one's coming around. When I go to Colorado, you bet your sweet ass I'm taking that. And this one, though. So I'll be wearing this one as well. This is my favorite sweatshirt. Besides that orange one. I don't want to discredit my wife who gave me the orange one. So it is awesome as well. So what was I talking about? So Marty, we're still doing this build. Marty's going to do what he does, and which is look on the internet.
You can't build in front of that computer.
That's right. See, I just mentioned to everybody we have a shop back there where I actually go build. I got like I don't know how many benches. I got tons of room back there. I got tons of shit back there. But because I'm doing it live right here, Marty, is why yeah. So it's always a pain in the ass. Sometimes I do it over there on that bench back there, but for live. But anyways, decided I'm gonna be ultra lazy and do it right here, sitting in front of the computer, and I think that's fine. I like that. And then this damn phone and my buttons. It's a new phone. All right, so we painted yesterday, and I told you the whole sparring method, and do that to all the other RiteWings. You can do that to any wing, really. Just it works, and it works well. Here's the other thing: if it ever were to like break, the spar were to snap, which they do, you can just peel the E6000 off. It's very rubbery, and it sticks really well. But when you need to take it off, it will come off, and it come off fairly easy. And then you just put some, I think it's acetone or rubbing alcohol or something. Anyways, to debond that CA glue, you can actually pour some shit in there and it'll free it up, pop it out. Pop out the broken one and drop the new one back in and re-glue it and repaint it and do it all over again and you'll be fine. That's all you got to do. So I see a lot of these posts where like, ah, shit, my Mini Drak crashed and the nose is all jacked up, or something to that effect. And I always put a little meme with the guy stretching the tape, because that's really what I'm saying is it's that simple. Like, so what? It went down. Yes, that's why I say don't paint your shit and get all attached to it, because you're going to crash them. And when you crash them, it just needs tape and glue. That's all it ever needs. And bam, you're back up and flying. If you're really lazy, you'll just tape the shit, stretch it, tape it, because you don't want to go home and fix it, and you want to keep flying that day, and just tape it and throw it, and it should go. It's going to be fine. It's a wing, especially a Mini Drak. Mini Drak's very durable. And Rotor was mentioning off air yesterday, the day before, he's like, man, Mini Draks seem to be better the more you beat on them. Can be. I don't know. It just depends. It's, like I said yesterday, I think it's just, you get more used to your frame. So, sparring, how to do it, then paint it. And we talked about using, well, here's the cap, but Plastidip. Use Plastidip if you're going to paint. Here it is. It's all done. Nice. It looks really, really well. I did 2 coats of the Plastidip, but it was a light. If you watched yesterday's feed, I'm going to go back to part 3 and watch. I'm not caking this shit on here. I'm doing a light dusting back and forth because I don't want to put so much weight on this thing. It's still very, very light, so happy with the way it came out. It's nice and smooth. Everything, you don't see any gray. What you're looking for is to seal it all up. So you let it, put one layer down, you let it sit for a while and dry, and then go in there and check it out. Look at it again. And you'll see these divots and these little dimples. Some of the gray will still be showing. So go back and do another coat. That's why it takes 2. And I think I did a little extra on the sides right here. Then I spotted it up a little bit and spot painted, and it was fine. It looks great. It's all sealed up, super strong. And oh yeah, we mentioned about the gluing. Make sure you let the glues, each glue layer that you put down when you're doing these spars, breathe out all the fumes before you apply the different glue that you're going to use. But it's very rigid. Let's take a look at the wing. Wings look nice. I literally just pulled these out before we got on there, so yep, looks good. Still got a little bit of I was talking about the channels, and I think I got another camera angle. Hold on. I know I do, because I set it up. There it is. Bam. So right here, see, yeah, there you go. Oh man, it's good to have a gray sweatshirt and use it as a background. Anyways, channel needs to be filled in, but I'm gonna let it go. Just gonna let it be. I wanted it to be smooth all the way across, but it's not. That's the underside. The top part, which is super duper important, it's much better. It's filled in more. I'm happy with it. I know it's going to fly the way it is. It's going to fly very well, too. Very stiff, very rigid. Paint's not tacky at all. So today's the day we can start working with the Elevons, which is, I hate working on Elevons. I'm going to just tell you now. Look at me down here. I'm going to tell you. I hate effing Elevons. I hate making them. I don't know what it is. It's just kind of like nails on a chalkboard. I literally hate working with Elevons. I hate taping them on. Pain in the ass. But the method in which I was taught by Chris, which I still hate, is actually the best method that I've found that works, okay? And that's that Z-hinge method. Now, he's modified it a little bit since when he told me years ago. I still use that old method, and what it does is it creates a perfect seal, if you will. You want to call it seal, or bonding. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the word, but can't think of it right now. But basically, when it butts up, there's no warping of it. It's like, so no part of the Elevon is bumping or raised up to disrupt the flow of air over the top, which is what you want, this air to be super smooth. Ideally underneath as well, but especially right here. And so just creates better flight. So that hinge is all better. That's a smooth hinge. There you go. A very smooth hinge with no raised parts of the Elevon or any dips. And just slaps it right in there nice and easy. It's just a little cumbersome to work with. It's just a little bit of a pain in the ass. But that's the negative. Other than that, the positive is it creates that wonderful hinge, and it flies fantastic that way. You can do just one strip of tape, which is the way Lee at Crash Test Hobbies teach you. Just one tape, inch wide, lay it down, just jack it in there, flip it over, and then do the other side, and then do the underneath with another inch. Yeah, that works. It works, but you're going to have all that raised stuff, and the way that method works is for more like, maybe you're out in the field and you need to get it done quick. That's the way to do it. Or if you're building like a Crash Test Hobby frame, you're just for durability. So there you go. Good stuff. Looks great. I even painted inside the bay, even though I really didn't want to, but screw it, I did. Look aesthetically better. once I put the servos in there, they won't see gray. It'll be actually black, so it'll look really cool. Mad Max 3 has turned out to be very nice. I spent the most time on this one than I have any other Max that is Mini Drak that I've created or built. So what I'm going to show you real quick before we go on to Elevons is the last bit of this taping was what I talked about yesterday. So this is a little Shelby mod. Everybody's probably done it. This is the important thing. I really don't care what tape you tell me you think I should use. I'm going to tell you one thing right here, right now. This tape right here, I hope this damn button works. Do I have a boxing bell? I think that's what I lost. Lost my boxing bell. I even had it ready. Damn it. Ding, ding. This is the tape to use. This is the fiber tape. Now I get dogged on it. Here, let me go back over here and switch camera angles. Right down here. That's what you want to use. That is what you want to use. You can only get this at Home Depot. You can only get this at Office Depot. Or I guess you probably can get it online at Amazon. You can get everything on Amazon. But this is the tape to use. Don't cheap out. You use the shit you can tear really easy with your hands that I used yesterday to tape, or the other day to tape up the camera. That red, I would consider duct tape. Okay, this isn't duct tape. This is packing tape. It's called Extreme packing tape. It's made by Scotch. So it's right in there. You can see it on the inside. So get this. Keep it in your backpack or whatever you travel with when you go to fly. You're going to use this stuff. I'm telling you. It's tremendous. The negative on this, all right, two things. When this stuff sticks, good luck trying to get it off after a while because it turns into fiber and it just kind of it's a pain in the ass. But it will stick and stay. The other negative is if you leave it just exposed to UV light, okay, to UV rays, it will deteriorate. So you got to laminate it or paint it or something. Otherwise, over time, it's going to become brittle and it won't hold. So we're talking like 2 seasons. You get through 2 seasons of flying, and if this tape is not covered by any means, it's going to be bad and you're going to have to replace it. So bear that in mind. Other than that, this stuff's tremendous for field repair and parts of your builds to reinforce everything. So what I'm getting to is right here on the top screen. I'm going to go ahead and one strip of this right across. That's it. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to paint it again. Just right there, though. So here we go. It's really not hard. Should have a damn drum roll. Thank you. Thank you, Marty's providing the drum roll. Okay. I try to even it out. So this, like I said before, remember this tape is very strong. The adhesive on here will rip this shit up, so you got to be careful. Lay it on the leading edge, just kind of push up against the leading edge a little bit just so it will kind of tack there while you line it up. And then line it up perfect, and then you can start applying. Kind of like laminating. Just kind of do it that way. So I'm going in the middle, kind of working my way down very slowly. I don't want wrinkles. Definitely don't want anything wrinkled on the leading edge. You're starting off in the negative. Like I said, it's not just slapping it on there and going willy-nilly. You actually got to try to put it on there right. And we have it on the other one over there. So, again, proof is where? Yes, there. And also right here on this Mini Drak, because it's got this mod on there. And it has saved that wing so many other times. All right. And if you got any excess, trim it off when you're done painting it. I mean, you can do it now, I guess. It really doesn't matter. Either way. Oh, you little bastard. Little edge right there. Little teeny little spot. There's a dimple in the damn frame. I didn't realize it, so now I got a little teeny little disruption right there. Yes. I'll fill it in and do a Shelby mod, which is, I don't want to peel that tape up. So I'll put a little dab of hot glue down there. I'll take a piece of clear packing tape, and I'll roll it over and make it form. Now, I don't know if I'll go to all that extent on this little one. I might just roll some tape over it. Anyways, there you go. Make sure it's on there good, so every finger's down it. Get it all nice and seated. And basically, you'll get a little shiny, a little bit of black shining through, okay? So you want to have it all the way around. It's good. Nice. It's not a tremendous, like, end-all, be-all modification, but it is needed. And if you're going to use, you can use this mod on anything that has a leading edge. So I run it on Opteras. I run it on big Opteras. No, I actually did it on this 1.2 as well. So, yeah, almost every wing I've owned, I've done this mod. I do not do it when I do a race frame, something I can compete with. I don't put this mod on here. It does add weight. I'm trying to scrap all the weight I can without, losing performance. So, but for your flyers that you do on the weekends, and if you're not competing or anything, then put this mod on here, man. Save yourself. And there is also another tip. I mentioned it when I do wing builds. You can also do a shock cord. Put it all the way around. Maybe my next. I'm not going to do it on my Super Spec, but you can on other frames. Anyway, so there you go. I'm going to do it one more time on the other wing. You can also do this mod, and some people do. Actually, before I skip, yeah, that tape really does grab. So you can also do it underneath here. So you can lay some strips. I might. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. See what happens. To aid in when you belly land. So when you belly land this, that's how they land. I saw one guy actually put wheels and everything on it. I hope they retract because it's interesting. It's cool. But either way, more often than not, you're going to belly land these. So you want something under here to protect it. You don't want this to keep scraping away. So I will put tape down here, and I'm going to decide I'm going to do that. So do some taping. Meow. Let me read what comments we got, if any. I think we got some. I see Tanner's name floating around. I see his icon. Hey, yo, I'm looking forward to building my Mini Drak. Sweet. Tell him what you want, kid. Buddy. You got one of the frames that I literally almost bought this morning. Little side note. Woke up this morning and I heard my name being uttered in rooms on Facebook. So I woke up. I'm like, God damn it. Why is I hear my name? And lo and behold, Loco FPV, regular on the show, one of the Chatty Cathy group, he mentioned that he's selling his Velocity 48. So I was like, how much, man? Because I knew he had it up a couple months ago. I guess no one bit, and that's a shame. Not because my name's on it. I'm just saying it's a great frame. And he told me the price. I was like, I got it. Sold. Mine. He's like, well, Tanner's coming next weekend. And I was like, screw Tanner. I'll come today. I'll drive you today. Give you the money for what you're asking. And I was kidding. He's like, oh, man, it says something to the effect that you were showing up and you were coming out there. I want to give all your personal information out. But and I eventually said, no, just give it to him. I'd rather have Tanner fly it. And although I need one, and I want to build another, I need to have another Velocity 48, my own frame. But I need to have my golf bag because it's a tremendous frame. So you lucked out, man. You cannot find one for cheaper than that. That's insanity. So built and done by Loco, man, shit, you're gonna be so happy with that frame. All right, so I want to hear your feedback, Tanner, when you get it up and running. I look forward to finding out how you liked it because I know you. So back to here we are. So we got that going. What's the orange one? The orange one in the back, actually Marty Booth built that one. What's the build look like so far? I missed the other videos. You have to go back and check. So we're right now, like I said before, if you're watching at all, that we're just taping right now. Denatured alcohol, thank you. I could not remember what it was to put in here, and he's talking about how you get rid of the the bond for CA glue. So denatured alcohol. Toluene will dissolve goop. Okay, there's another thing right there. So I've never used that. The E6000 stuff comes off. It really does. You just pick at it. You have to get it going, but once you pick at it after a while, you can start pulling it off. It's like a rubber band at that point. It's very interesting. But yet it still holds. It bonds very well. Going to laminate? No, I'm not going to laminate. It's not. I'm not for laminating this frame. It's just too much of a pain in the ass. I know it will be. All this shit in here, it's not worth doing. Oh, by the way, 21 and over. There you go. Fulfill my YouTube requirements? I think it did. All right. I just don't. Never laminated one of these. Not going to now. Nope. No. How did you shape the control surfaces? We're going to get to that in a minute. So I've got one right here. And I think the other one is probably in the back. But we'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to show you guys how to do these. That's the other main thing. So we'll go ahead and finish up with this tape. Should play like sexy music. Should I play some sexy music? I'm going to play some sexy music. Everyone thinks I love tape, which I do. It solves so many problems. Getting feedback and I can't. Is this it? No. It's all kinds of German stuff. Weird. All right, I'm not gonna do that. That's too much. Is this it? I lost our music. Nope, sure didn't. Got it now. We're gonna do some tape application. Yeah. Oh, we can play it on a loop, can't we? Let me go back to my categories. Back here to favorites. And I got it on there. Yeah, there we go. Tone it down. We'll be a little background with the background music. Like I said before, this stuff, when it sticks to itself, yeah, good luck. So I won't use this piece. Save it, and you can use it for something else. This stuff's expensive. Let go. Oh yeah. The chair's getting down. Literally. Oh yeah, some tape. Let's really set the mood. When you're applying your adhesives, it's good to take time. All right, like I said before, we're gonna go ahead and make sure this leading edge is nice and set, and work whichever side for using the top. Oh man, so it's off a little bit. It's a little more down than it is up, so oh well. It's too late now. Start in the middle. I mean, I don't really have a way to describe it. I'm trying to show you more than anything. Just do what I'm doing. I'm using all four of my fingers, just kind of rolling it up. It keeps it from wrinkling. Starting from the leading edge and working my way back up, down the frame. Little wrinkle, try to get in there. All right, repeat the process over here. Usually in this process, when you're doing like an on wing, you have to laminate. And you're starting to find the imperfections of your build. So you're starting to realize, okay, this is what it's gonna do. But these frames right here, like the Mini Drak or any of the Drak series, they're all molded. They're kits. So it's gonna take a lot for you to kind of jack it up, but you can. nice. Again, you want to make sure you rub it all and get it in there and seated where you start seeing the shiny it's like a shiny black coming through all of the tape. That means all the adhesive's bonded to the glue or to the paint. That's what you want. I'm telling you, kids, this stuff right here will save your frame. Okay, you go flying through a tree gap or something along those lines, and you hit the branches without this, you're going to crack this foam. It's going to dent it. It's going to crack it. Promise you. Because one thing, you're not laminating it. So if you're not laminating it, you need to have something on that leading edge to help you. Otherwise, your day's going to be done. And then if you fall, like if you cartwheel, sometimes that's where it snaps. This will also help you prevent your frame from snapping and cracking and doing all that and ruining your day. So now when we do the hinge, okay, when I do the hinge, and I don't know if I'm going to do the hinge today. It's going to show you the elevons. You have to use clear packing tape. You do not use this tape. You use clear packing tape to do the Z-hinge method, and I will show you how to do that. So clear packing tape when you do the hinge. Fiber tape when you do leading edge or anything kind of protective or a repair. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take these in the back, and then give them a little spritz of paint. And we're coming up on the bottom of the hour here, so I'm going to go ahead and take a break. I'm going to go ahead and spray paint these, and then I'll come back from break. You'll be able to see what they look like. They look really nice. Oh, actually, let me go ahead and paint. Let me tape the bottom so you can see what I'm doing on that. All right, so when you tape the bottom of these, you can go all the way back here to where the spar, that outer sleeve channel is for the sparring. Go to that one closest to the nose right here, and then tape all the way down. That's all you got to do. Now, this nose is going to get chopped off, so I don't really care about all that. But I do care how this gets placed. I'll make sure I hit this here. All right. So start on one edge. God damn this chair. I have to get another chair today. Keeps going down. I'm shoving shit up you know where. All right. See, now it stops. Christine of Chairs. You guys are probably too young to remember that movie called Christine. Anyways. Start on the edge of the fuse right here is where I start this tape. So right here. That's where I line it up. And then go all the way down in the back. All the way around the nose. Just repeat the process. You don't need to get carried away. 3 strips is more than enough. Okay, so overlapped it like about an inch. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. There. Looks good there. Even it out. One more. All right, there we go. Now my belly's, this belly at least, is going to be nice and secure for landings. You'll be able to take the landing, and it will actually help in case it makes impact. So made some mods. If you didn't remember, we're giving credit to Merrill Ross on this mod right here. And he's apparently the one that found that one out for everybody. I didn't. We just stumbled across it, honestly, Brian and I. We'll give credit where credit is due. And firmly believe that mod with those sparring down there is going to aid in this nose not breaking. Will it 100% not break now? No, of course it's going to break, at some point. Plus this mod right here, which I know I've done this for years, works very well. And then with the mod on the leading edges will work. So, and it's not adding a tremendous amount of weight. If you notice, we didn't really put a whole bunch of tape on here. It may look like it, but we really didn't. It's not that much. Not enough to worry about, oh man, now my whatever size motor is going to be able to carry all that because of all that damn fiber tape. Horse cocky. All right. You could theoretically go nuts and put all this tape everywhere you want to put it. It doesn't matter. I mean, you're going to weigh it down, but you got to remember the one thing is, which I'm getting ready to do, is paint it again. So you have to paint this tape and seal it up so it does not get that UV, which will destroy it. And then when you go to try to take it off, it is a pain in the ass. So it's a full-time commitment right here. Like you're committing to this. This will come off because it will most likely pull the paint off. That's how strong it will be. So when that happens, it's time for a repaint and a touch-up. But that's the great thing about Mini Draks. You can pound on them and keep rebuilding and rebuilding. There comes a point where you just can't anymore because it's structurally you just really jacked all the foam up. But you can get a long life out of these, and you don't have to treat them as wall ornaments, Garland. We're not taking this to an art museum. We're going to go fly these. Just saying, loco. But he does great builds. All right, so let me go ahead and take a break. Go ahead and paint these during commercial, and then we'll go ahead and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Cool. And then we'll move on to Elvons. All right, we're running out of time, so let me hurry up. Back in 5. fully aware of the skip. Hang on, 40 seconds, kinda. I'll be right there. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Well, here we are. So, all right. So when we left, we'll keep moving along, right? Got to try to keep it to an hour. I don't know if I can, but I'm going to try. Here's where we're at. So, painted the fuselage in one of the wings. And I don't know if I have enough paint to finish the other wing, but we'll see. So we're going to let that dry. That's going to take a little longer to dry than just normal. That tape, whatever, and that stuff bonding to it takes a little while. But nonetheless, it's going to happen, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Meanwhile, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and move on to elevons. Shelby's favorite thing in the damn world. Not. But anyways, let's go ahead and change the camera angle. Or get the extra camera in here. How's that? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Nope. Yep. There we go. Cool. So elevons. Everybody asks, how do you shape them? Okay, well, there's a template out there. You can go and get a PDF file and download it and print it out and do it that way. I think it's on, you go to RiteWing Nation on Facebook and just ask around. Just join that group. And you'll get all this information and then some. There's a tremendous amount of information there. A lot of people there are great builders and really do know a lot of stuff. So I'm just giving you the basics, okay? So what I do on these, I hate to say it to you and break, anyone's bubble, but I took the old Max because I love the way it flew, and I just retraced his elevons onto the new Maxes. So this is just literally, I dropped the old one, sits right here. Here's the old one. Here's the old Max original, and take his cut that I did, and then yes, that's glue in there. That's that glue mod, and trace it onto the new, and cut it out. That's really it. But if you want to get the template, the main thing is this. So all the control of your wing, which I had in the other one, all your control, most of your control, okay, is coming right here. That's why there's more of the material. As you taper and it tapers out, not in, goes out, flares out to the wingtip, because this is where most of the control surface is. In other words, this part of the wing creates the most effect on the frame when it's flying. So back here, not so much. That's why you have like air brakes and stuff like that over here. On the, you notice that on planes, full-size aircraft, they're back here. This is where all the action is. So you got to have most of the material back here, okay, or out here. So I don't really know if there's necessarily a science, and I'm not going against Chris at all. But the idea is it tapers in to about 1/3 of the elevon, and then goes back out and tapers out to the wingtip. So this 2/3 right here, it's kind of gradually getting bigger. Right here in this third to this third, it's going in. So does it make sense? Hopefully you can see that. Let me put up the camera. So there's where it dips down. This is going to the wing tip. This is going to the fuselage. Go. So get it down there a little more. There you go. It's a little bit better picture. Okay, so 1/3 down, just taper it a little bit. If I were to give you a measurement, goes down about, well, not that much, about at least 1/4 of an inch. So, there you go. I don't really think it's that rocket science. You do need to have that in there, though. But anyway. But there's a method to doing this. So when you get in the kit, you're going to get 2 of these. And they're going to be uncut. You're not going to have them cut at all. So you're going to have to cut the irrelevants. That's weird about these. Just cut the damn things. But hey, that's just lazy me. Okay? And mark them. So when you get these, this is very important. You'll notice these are right triangles. Okay? These are not. Okay? See the right on the opposite. There you go. So on this side right here, there you go. Oh, damn camera. It's the right angle of the triangle. Copy? Cool. That's your top. So this is my top of my elevon, and this is the bottom of my elevon. Okay? So the right angle of the triangle is your top. Okay? Mark it. So, I thought I marked it. Yep. Put a little T there. Just a little one. Just something to notate that this is actually the top. Okay? It's important. All right. So I've done that. Marked it with my little T. And I actually put TR for top and my right elevon. And make sure you distinguish which is which. Okay? And then I went up to the max, current max, lined it up, make sure it looked good, and proceeded to make my cuts. Crucial thing about this is, I don't know. I guess you could use a Dremel. You probably could. There's no reason why you couldn't use a Dremel. You can use an X-Acto knife. Or you can be cheap like Shelby and go to the dollar store and get these cheap-ass snap-off razors and go that route. So, all right, I got to cut this one right here, and then I'll show you what I do to draw the next one. Ooh, drum roll, Marty. Not listening. It's weird. I'm not in my normal area to work, so I'm discombobulated. Breaking off so I get a sharp edge. You gotta dig out that thick part with these tips of these razors. Just kind of score it and score it and score it, and then try to cut it. Take your time, no rush. Scoring the other flip side. You're gonna sand this. So cool. Came off. All right. There you go. It's a little rough. It's okay. But the bottom line is we got the right shape. It's the shape in which I want. This is the inner part right here towards the fuselage, and this is out towards the wingtip. Okay. About 1/3. It's a little, like I said, it doesn't have to be exact. Just make sure your elevons match. So when you do this one, okay, you get it all done and pretty. Immediately go and do the other one. And remember when I said the tops? Gotta make sure you notate that. So make sure you're facing the tops. They're both facing you. Take your pin. Line up those edges that will meet, that actually make the hinge. And then trace it. sure that's right. Hold on. Gotta flip it over, I think. Don't I? I gotta flip it over to make it a reverse. Hold on, I didn't think that one through.
Flip it over and cut it that way.
You have to flip it over. Okay, so you want the tops to face each other. Sorry, I almost made a critical error. Make the tops face each other. So, or it's the bottoms. The bottoms face each other. You're watching me try to figure it out live. Just gotta make sure. Because when you fold it out, you gotta cut, fold it out. Should match. Yeah. All right, so the bottoms need to face. Tops need to be on the outside. Okay, cool. Now, if you want to do it this way, you can. But if you print out the PDF file, then you're going to have a PDF file and just trace that. Make sure you follow and make sure you're doing the right one. Oh, I hate this chair. I really do. I gotta check this thing out at the end door. That's it. All right, I think the chair's good. All right, the thin parts are easy to cut. Be careful. See how that goes. There's that one part. If I fudged it up, then I got more L1. I don't think I did though. Now these ends are the pain in the butt. Drum. Sit tight. All right, my drummer wasn't quite up to the task to completing it, but at least it got a good fair amount of it done. good. Just has a little bit left. Should pop right out. Boom. All right, cool. All right. Let's see. Who else is here? We have Brighton. Do you dislike me, Shelby? Who says I dislike anybody? All right. So. Cool. All right. We check. All right, they're good. All right, so now the next process is this. So now you got them cut, got them with a rough cut. Now, all right, you're going to take them. These are the tops, okay? I'm looking at the tops now. All right, it's top right, it's top left. And you're going to press the tops together like so, okay? Okay, so now the tops are literally together. And you're going to want to round these edges. So this is now the bottom. These are you would consider that the bottom, right? Bottom of the elevon, and you want this sharp edge to be rolled, sanded, and make it smooth. Like, so you got to think of the air coming and hitting that. You don't want to hit this, billboard in the back underneath your frame. You want it to roll over the elevon as best it can. Okay, so you can smooth these out really, really well, or just get them rounded. It's the main thing. So that's what I got to do next. All right, cool. You're right. All right, so Chris's method, Click's method is you take these and then you tape them together. So, take some masking tape, line them up. I'm going to do a couple spots, but the main thing is to get the front, each edge lined up great. Right now we're focusing on rounding, so that's all we want to do. Tape each end, keep them together, right? And now we're just going to proceed to sand. If you want to get I don't know what, an orbital sand, not an orbital, but whatever, a handheld sander, electric, you can. Do it the old school way. And you're going to round them evenly. Okay. You'll be going from one side to the other in the beginning. Just make sure you're paying attention. You won't start rounding all the way from side to side yet. You got to get all this, you got to create the nice smooth transition. It all makes sense. Use a grit. I'm using like a 6th grit. Getting at it. I don't want to be here all day sanding. Yeah, you can take a handheld, go bzzz and all that, but I don't know. John, get to know your frame. Don't worry about this, or any like rough cuts like right there. See, all that's just gonna get sanded down. All right, so already you can see it starting to round just a little bit from what it was. Okay, before it was a sharp right angle. Okay, I don't say it was right, but and what you'll do is you'll start looking down. Okay, he's looking at the bottom screen. You'll start looking down the whole edge here and making sure that you're sanding. You'll tell if you're sanding one spot too much. And then over time, I'm not going to do the whole damn process because it's going to take me a while to do this. It's going to take like an hour, roughly. If you do it right, take your time, get it done right. It's going to translate to great flight. So I'm telling you, if you do this, the way the Mini Drak's going to fly is amazing. But it's really important that you get this done. And then what I'll do, since we're getting close to the hour, and I don't want to keep these an hour. I'll show you the finished product here in just a sec. So you're going to continue to do this until they're nice and rounded, and it's going to be kind of it's going to be nice and smooth. You'll feel it. You'll know. You're not going to have just a hump. You're going to have a smooth hump. Okay. It's going to make it really will makes that frame fly that much better. I'm telling you. And then what you'll do is you go along here and you'll sand and make sure they're together, right? And you make sure it's all smoothed out and nice and smooth. And you want these to be identical. You don't want one to be different than the other. That's why you tape them together and sand and do all this. Because then when you're done, both the left and the right literally have the same the air characteristics happening on each elevon. If that makes sense. Okay? So it's crucial. Take your time, sand it, get it all rounded. And then when you're done, this is what it looks like. That's a little rough one. There it goes. You see how it's rounded now? Yeah, right there. You could go a lot more, okay? But that's rounded where I know the air is just flowing right off there, okay? That makes sense, hopefully. There you go. Now, once I'm done sanding and getting this all prepped, then I'll go ahead and take it to the back, and I'm going to paint it again with, you can use whatever at this stage. It's balsa wood. I mean, whatever you want to paint it with. But the bottom line is I'm going to have to laminate this. So you have to laminate your elevons, okay? So I could show you that. That's probably going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be the last part of this build series, so that'll be nice. 5 parts. But so round it, sand it by sanding, taping the tops together, leaving the bottoms exposed. Round everything, sand it all nice and even. Make sure these elevons are even and perfect, the whole sanding process. Take them off, go paint them, laminate them, and then you're ready to do the Z-hinge method, which is what I want to get to tomorrow. I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like in the back with the painted fuse and one of the wings. Hold on. All right, I had to throw myself a little applause on this one because it came out nice. Come on, stupid phone. Man, this came out pretty damn nice. See? There you go. Okay, you'd have to get up on it to actually tell that there's tape on there. So another applause to that. This method works. Now I feel secure. Like, okay, now when I go up and I hit this thing in Colorado, and I hit a pine tree or something, some nonsense like that, which will happen, happens every time. I know now that, hey, I've got a little bit of security here knowing that, hey, maybe my frame's going to be pretty intact when I go rolling up there and trying to retrieve it. And usually that's the case. So, and it looks good. Doesn't need another application of the paint. Paint's nice and on there, nice and clean. Okay? You wouldn't know any difference. If I held it back here, you would have no clue that there's tape on here. So if you're afraid of your tape, you want to embrace the tape, have no fear. No one will know. Just don't have them come within 3 feet. Just kidding. All right, and then here's the bottom. Okay. There you go. Bottom's all painted up. All this right here on the nose. Of course, we discussed this earlier. That will be tomorrow, too. That's a dreadful day. Any Mini Drak owner knows when you have to cut the nose because you have to put them out for your GoPro and your FPV cam. So that's why I'm not really worried about all this right here, because this is going to get sloughed off right where the spars end, just before them. It's usually where you cut it. Cut it right across, bam, nose job, boom, done. And I will have to tape that, which will require one last application of paint to make it all pretty. But she's looking great. See? Now the bottom right here, this stuff will come off over time, no doubt. this is just plastic. Excuse me. It's not. It's like, a lacquer. So it will come off during crashes, but you can just spray it back on. Off you go. Keep it easy. Don't make it hard. So, hope you enjoyed that. I had fun. It's the end of the build. Part 4. Doing the Elevons. If you have any questions, make sure you ask me via social media. Or shelbyvole@gmail.com. You can reach me there. See, there's the buttons down below. But I hope you guys had a good time. Don't forget, tomorrow is our show. If you haven't done so, go over to the Drone Hangar on YouTube or the Drone Hangar on Facebook and become a member and or subscribe. And we are always live on Sundays at 8:30. It's a different kind of drone show. It isn't like everybody else's drone show. Trust me. I promise. But it's a lot of fun. And we laugh a lot. And we talk about drones. And we show some of your footage. So if you have something you want to show and you feel like, hey, I got some good footage this week, send it to us. Send us a link. Send it to my Gmail account or on the social medias, and we'd be glad to show your video. So there we go. That was today. Elevons, how we cut them, how we sand them, doing the tape application mod, and there you go. Cool? All right. Tomorrow, same time, 1 p.m., I'll be here doing part 5, which will be the last part of the whole build series, and we'll go from there. Cool? Until then, go out there and fly if you can. Be safe. Be kind to one another. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Get you some. I'm out.